what made you to like come to Japan or like become like ALT teacher and work overseas?
And your Japanese understanding is like whole anime world, and when you come to Okinawa, it's not like Japan.
No, it's
right?
It's definitely different. Okinawa is its own situation for sure, definitely. And so I was just like in the back seat, and I'm listening to conversation, and it's so funny because that was the first time I heard so like the in conversation. We still have squat toilets too, which was interesting, especially for American people. Like to see it, it's like what? Like, and then it's like at first I didn't know which way do I stand. Do I stand facing the flush or do I stand away? Me being African American and teaching my students is special to me because there are just certain ways that growing up that I spoke that it's not perfect English, right? I understand English is difficult. I'm learning as a native English speaker that English is very difficult for people who are not native speakers or people who are trying. Wait, if somebody calls the office, how gozaimasu, moshi moshi eri sensei desu. But if they're not there, then I gotta be like, ooh, night class, or gym, or you're in the gym, or
really hard.
like, give me a second. But I'm like, you'll never guess what is so famous in Okinawa that we have that we barely eat. And they're like, what, KFC? Like, they are just saying stuff like that. I'm like, no, A&W. And they're looking at me like, really? I'm like, yes. Like, A&W is everywhere. You know coffee time?
I love coffee time.
Yeah,
Sae, right?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's my place, man. I can eat coffee time. Well, I probably eat coffee time at least once a week.
パスタ美味しいよ。
Marinos?
I love Marino.
Marinos is good. It
サイ
can
エーやし全
be
部。
expensive
You love
depending on what you
Saie.
get. I love San Egg, right? I think that's what it really.
Everything is inside.
I live.
You should go to 和風亭。
No, listen. I go to San Egg. Well, okay.
せーの。What's up, amazing people? This is Yasasa Radio by Akane Minami. In this radio, we're going to talk about random topics in Okinawan Japanese and English.
はいたーい。
はいたい。
うすよちゅうがなびら、いやささレイディオぬ、あかねとみなみやいびん、うぬレイディオで、ぐす4回、やいごとうちなぐちさに、いっぺうむさる話、続きやんりち、うむといびん。
はい。We have a guest today from Springfield, Ohio, US, working as an English ALT in Naha City, Erin Evans.
Yay!
Yay.
Thank you
Thank you
for
for coming.
Yes, thank you guys so much for having me. This is a dream come true. No, seriously, this is like it's like a full circle moment. Just with my time here in Okinawa, being able to be on an Okinawan podcast after a year is really cool. So thank you.
So how long have you been in Okinawa so far?
I've been in Okinawa for 1 year. So my official 1 year mark was August 7th.
Oh, 1 year.
本当に1年記念ぐらいだね。
すごい。So, how do you like Okinawa?
I love Okinawa. Okinawa is just, was made for me. I'm just kidding. But no, it's a beautiful place with beautiful people. It's hard to describe the feeling of waking up every day and you're walking past beautiful flowers, like natural fruits and vegetables, just growing like, oh, I can pick a little dragon fruit or, a little banana here or there. But no, it's amazing. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous place. And I highly recommend anybody to come and visit if you can. It's amazing.
I've never been to Ohio.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Ohio.
How do you describe your hometown?
Let's see. Springfield is a fairly small town. I will say it's one of those places where everybody truly does know everybody. It is very much a special place for me. I wouldn't trade my childhood for anything. Going swimming. We don't have the ocean, but we do have like little swimming places. Some places are closed down now, of course, but it's a small town. We have a lot of different like local places to eat, like Our Hero subs. That was one thing that I demanded when I came home. I'm like, nope, I gotta have an Our Hero sub. I need a crab boil, like I need my Chipotle, like things like that. So, right, we have a lot of just like typical American restaurants, but we have a lot of local places too. But Springfield is home. Springfield will definitely always be home. But it's a small place. There's not a lot of exposure to different cultures. Well, actually, I don't know, because now there's been a lot of different immigration, going on with Springfield, like a lot of Haitian immigrants, you know, different places. I think that it's growing. It's a growing city.
You mentioned that you wanted to come to Japan.
Mhm.
So since you're in your hometown, you don't see like many Japanese people, but like what made you to like come to Japan or like become like ALT teacher and work overseas?
So, ever since I was a kid, I will say that my exposure to Japanese culture is kind of limited to like cartoons or like anime. So, just mentioned it before, we used to watch Cartoon Network, and then after a certain time, Toonami would come on. And so Toonami showed all of like the anime shows. You could watch Pokemon, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z. You think of it like they would just show it on Toonami. So that was my literal first impression of something that came from Japan. But honestly, I've always had a love for travel. I've always wanted to see parts of Asia, even as a kid. Of course, we have like Chinese food store, like maybe some Japanese steakhouse in Springfield now, but that was it. So I'm like, no, like I want to eat with chopsticks. I want to see these places. Like, are these places real? So I think I was born with the itch to travel first, and then as you grow up and you do your research, I'm like, wow, Japan seems really safe, and there's a lot of different programs that you can do, that will get you here in Japan or, participate. But I think for me, everything lined up exactly the way it was supposed to. Because I would have loved to have did JET 10 years ago. But that just was not, it just wasn't in alignment at the time. But I think that this was the perfect time for me to be able to, participate. And yeah, I was able to be placed in Okinawa because this was not by choice. Like, I definitely put it as a, what do you want to call it? Like one of your preferences. Like it was one of my preferences, but you can be placed anywhere, when you do JET. So that's part of it. That's like long story short.
But if you grew up watching anime and your Japanese understanding is like whole anime world, and when you come to Okinawa, it's not like Japan,
no, it's
right?
It's definitely different. Okinawa is its own situation for sure, definitely.
So it's not like the Japan you like dreaming of. It's more like a tropical.
Yeah, it's like even better. I'm like, oh, perfect. Like, I love the beach. I love the sea. I don't know. Like I had zero expectations when I decided that this was something that I wanted to do, and I wanted to be exposed to the culture. I wanted to have my own firsthand experience. There were no limitations. So I didn't necessarily come in thinking like, oh, it's gonna be just like what I seen on a show or other people's impressions. Because even now with TikTok, you can look up so many different point of views of other people's experiences in Japan, but you won't know until you're really here, and then you can see for yourself and make up your own assumption. But I was super open-minded coming into it.
I think you are so super open-minded. Like,
Thank you. Yeah,
like for
you
us,
have to be. You
like-
have to be.
like for us going abroad or like as an exchange student was like familiar with it because a lot of friends already went to the States or Canada or Australia to have experience. So it's not like we are not scared of doing that because a lot of people doing it. And we have military base and we have like American friends. So there's no like big difficulties to do it. But for you, like, did you have like anyone who have been to like overseas to work or study or
like a friend or like
uh,
somebody close to me.
yeah, and then also you were not scared of going
Mm-hmm.
to Japan
Mm.
like by yourself. So
So
すごい。
it's interesting because I feel like I've met so many people who are just well traveled in general. They've been outside of America. Or even within the States. Like I haven't even been to that many places within the United States. So not only was this my first abroad experience, but this is my first time leaving the country and living in the country, like living outside of America. So it's definitely a huge like leap of faith with that. But yeah, I've always known people that were very well traveled, but I didn't necessarily know anyone who's doing like exactly what I'm doing or something similar. So I didn't have a whole lot to go off of other than just like personal research or like, really investing like, okay, well, I don't know how to say it. Like, I didn't have that many fears going into it. Like, I'm not afraid to live alone. I love living alone. So no brainer there. Like, okay.
You're the person who want to do something different,
Yes.
right? Me too.
Yes. And
now
and
I
it's
can
hard,
understand.
and it's hard to do something different when you feel like, again, you don't necessarily have like that person to go to. Like, I have an uncle or I have an aunt who lived, XYZ. I do have an aunt who's traveled a lot. So I'm able to kind of, pick her brain, but I don't know anyone in particular who has did the program that I'm doing or just lived abroad but lived abroad, but they weren't necessarily military either. Because that's another thing too.
Yeah.
Like I used to think like, well, if I join the military, maybe I can get my abroad experience that way. But that's not even always the case, even for people who do that. So it's very niche, I would say. But then at the same time, there's so many people in JET. So as much as I like to think that I'm kind of like breaking through that threshold, there are other people who are, they took that leap too. So, but it does have to be in you. Like I love my family. Like I have some family members that were like, so
Why do you do
wanna,
that,
are you
right?
okay? Like, why do you want to live in Japan again? Like what? You want to go all the way over there? I'm like, yes, I want to. I want to go all the way over there. Like, I just want to see. I want to have this experience. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I think that I'm 31, so I just feel like you can afford a year, 2 years, 3 years out of your life. If you're granted to live a long life, live a year abroad. Like, take that opportunity, and I think that again, this was a perfect fit for me. So, yeah,
That makes sense now for me.
and I think you do have to be a little crazy too. Like I'm crazy enough to think that I could get into the program. Okay, boom, I get into the program. I didn't know where I was gonna be. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna be in Okinawa. Okay, cool. Like, you have to be willing to let things be what they're gonna be. Like, there's not a whole lot of control, so you have to just let it happen.
Yeah, I think the JET program is kind of popular for, I don't know, the Americans I've known or I've met before. Like they want to come to Japan, but maybe they have something on their mind that wanted to do
Right.
for the job. But first step to teaching the kids is, very good way to come here and then, see what's up. And if you like it more, then you can stay longer or you can change a job. And
You have experience teaching in like
Yeah,
a grade
so
school or something, right?
yeah, so I was already in education prior to applying to the JET program. I worked with like kindergarten through third grade, which is definitely totally different from being at the high school or like I also work with some. Well, I used to work with junior high school students while I was here too, but I think having the background, like you do have to have some type of reference for working in education first, and then from there, I think some of the joy just comes with knowing that you're helping your students learn English, and I think being here, it really, really resonated with me how important English language learning is to a lot of students, especially those high school students who are, they're sanensei, so they're applying to college, they're applying to university, and so having, their English, level being high or just above average is really, really important, for their future. So I don't think that a lot of educators in America, or at least I think just in general, I don't think they understand how important English education is, especially in a country like Japan, where more opportunities, tend to open up if you're able to speak another language or, speak English. So that gives me motivation to stay motivated in the actual job. And then also, like, I love my students. Like, I like to be able to have fun with them, or I'm the type of teacher, like, can we just have a pizza party? Like, can we just do something fun? So having the movie nights, doing English club with them, those are kind of ways to combat that. Like, everybody has their days with, especially being an ALT, like, there are just some, stipulations that are there, but you have to work with what you're given. So, and I ask a lot of questions too. Like, there's plenty of instances where I'm like, well, if you ask, maybe you would be able to, switch things up in the classroom if you don't like how it's going, or, you just feel like you're in a rut and you want to switch things up. Just ask your teachers. But again, everybody doesn't have my situation. There's a saying within the program, every situation is different. Maybe it's not like that. Maybe other ALTs, they're kind of apprehensive about asking certain questions or changing something. Where I think I have a great relationship with my other Japanese teachers, so we make it work.
Does JET program only send you to high school or junior high, or you even going to teaching for adults too?
So I think it really just depends. I think from my perspective, I believe that it's like on a need-based type of timing. So for me, I didn't have a choice where I think I even put in my application what I was used to teaching. Like, so you can mention that, in your application, not to go too far into JET, but it's a part of your application process. You can, put down, do you have any prior English education, behind you? You can put your preference, but ultimately they're going to put you where the need is. So for me,
So
I've worked with
Okinawa was
adults.
open.
Yeah. Like, I'm not at this school anymore, so I'll mention it. I was at the Okinawa School for the Blind, which was it's my favorite school. Oh my God, sorry. Yeah, it was my favorite school. Just because it taught me a lot about learning with a disability, or just things that can kind of make it a little difficult. Those students are amazing, and there's adults. So back to your question, there are adults that go to the school. I think we have students as old as like nursery age too, like nursery age students, and then adult students, and then you can even, once you graduate, you can even go and get like an acupuncture certification that is special and specific to that school. So but yeah, it depends. It depends on what the need is, and you can be placed at a school where there's adult students.
So people need some experience before they apply the JET, or if they just speak English, then anyone can apply.
Correct. So if you're a native speaker, fluent in English, you can apply, and there's no age limit from what I understand. You don't have to have a background in education. I think it would help you, but you don't have to have it. Like, my degree was in sociology, which is another part of why I'm like, of course, I have the itch to travel. I want to experience other cultures. But yeah, you can. It doesn't matter. You just have to have a 4-year degree, and I think again, I don't know. Every time I say open-minded, I think of the. Are you guys aware of that meme? Are you open-minded? It's like, it's a South Korean. It's a South Korean meme. Anyway, I'll show you guys later. But yeah, anyone can apply. It's hilarious. Trust me. I'll show you later. Once you see, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, that's why she said that. But yeah, you can be anyone with a 4-year degree, and just willing, and yeah, you have a reverence for Japanese culture. Because again, you can be placed anywhere. You can be super Inaka placement. You can be somewhere in the city. You can have an island placement. So for me, obviously Okinawa placement, but you can even be Zamami Island placement, Miyako Island placement, which is like even more. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you really have to be open to whatever comes your way, and I think that that's why that whole saying of every situation is different really does ring true, because I don't know what my experience would be if I was even on an even smaller island. That's different.
Remember, like very first day you get to Okinawa and get to high school.
Yeah. So okay, the first day I was here, two of my coworkers had picked me up from the airport, and I was just like, I'm still getting adjusted to the time zone, because at first we do orientation on mainland in Tokyo, and then we come down. And so I was just like in the back seat, and I'm listening to conversation, and it's so funny because that was the first time I heard so like the in conversation, and immediately, but it's so funny because like out of context, somebody is gonna be like, what are they talking about? But it didn't take me long to realize, oh, she's just agreeing with what she's saying. Like one teacher is talking, the other teacher is so. That was just so funny to me. I'm like, because we just say, oh, okay, I see. Or like, oh, right. That's like our equivalent to, oh, so this ne. That's one of my favorite.
Yeah, we say
things
a
to
lot.
say too.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, みたいな.
But anyway, but that was something I remember, just being in the back seat, and driving. Like, I don't know what highway this is, or were we on a highway, but just seeing all the buildings, I was like, whoa. But I'm still so tired. I'm like, I want to explore so bad, but I'm so tired. First day of school, we didn't have any students yet, so I was just kind of my coordinator was just kind of showing me around, introducing myself to different teachers, meeting the principal. Again, a little awkward, but you got to do it. It was nice though. We don't have any elevators at my high school, so I'm on the 4th floor. So that was like, I'm still not used to it. A year later, I'm
What, you guys have elevator at school?
no elevator at
They
my
gotta
school.
take stairs.
Oh, the US has it.
Yeah. Well, I would say I think most American high schools do probably have like elevators, but of course, my school, no, we don't have elevators. We still have squat toilets too, which was interesting.
What toilet?
Squat toilet って言うんだ. Is that how you call it?
That's
Squat
what
toilet?
That's what I call it that, but I feel like I heard one of my teachers call it that. What do you guys call it?
Wow.
But maybe they were probably just translating that in English. What do you guys call it?
No, we say like Japanese style in Japanese.
Japanese style
But
toilet.
I've
Yeah,
That's what we
heard
call it.
young generation.
Oh, maybe she
Yeah.
said that. Maybe it is me.
なんて言った?
Japanese style toilet.
Yeah.
Okay.
What, like I've heard like a lot of teenagers cannot sit like the squat pose.
Because they don't get used to it.
Mm.
This.
They can't
Well-
stand with
The heels touching the ground.
a lot of young Japanese people cannot
They
do
don't
it.
Anymore.
とか
But
I've seen
I
some of
like
my
the
students do it.
I like the squat toilet when I was in elementary school. Like,
because we get used to it, right?
but I like that toilet.
That's
Because-
all she said.
But at the time, I didn't want to sit down on the
So
toilet.
that makes sense. That is the benefit, because you don't want to touch anything. So I've only used, I'm saying squat toilet, Japanese style toilet.
I
I
like the squat toilet.
I've only used it twice. The first time I used it was at my orientation. And it was a really fancy one too. I'm like, this is like modern squat toilet, Japanese style toilet. But I had to go really bad, and the line to the toilet, nobody wanted to use that toilet because it was all other jets. So I'm like, well, what's wrong with that? Is that toilet broken? And they're like, no, it's squat toilet. I said, get out of my way. I have to go to the bathroom. I have to go. And then another time, I think I was like by the seawall, and those toilets are mainly, I think they're both Japanese style toilets. So I had to go, so I used it. But yeah, I mean, if you squat over a regular American style toilet, it's really not that different because most people still don't sit all the way on the American style toilet, like public ones at least.
But I've heard that Chinese people do squat toilet on the regular Western style toilet.
Yeah.
Right?
Like
That's why there's a sign, don't do squat on the
Yeah.
toilet,
A
right?
lot of Sanye has it, the sign,
Right?
like don't do it.
Yeah.
That's funny to me because how would they know? How do you know if I'm squatting over the toilet?
Maybe they
Maybe-
use shoes.
Yeah, I've seen the footprint on the toilet before.
Oh.
Then I had to
Wait.
wipe it after Chinese people use it. So that's
Wait,
how
wait,
I
wait,
knew
wait,
they
wait.
do it like
Okay.
Literally like
it's everything is clicking in my brain now. They're standing on top
yeah.
of the toilet seat
Yeah.
to do the squat.
I think that's their culture or
Yeah.
something.
Correct.
They like to do squat in any situation. Probably.
Listen,
But
I'm
it's
thinking-
getting difficult. It's difficult when you do poop in a like hot toilet without AC, like the park. とか. Have you experienced?
I'm thinking, so all the American people, or probably Japanese people too, when I say people squat over toilets in America, I just mean that, okay, here's the toilet.
You mean like this?
Yeah, and you're just
Chair
kind of
pose.
do a little, because you don't want to sit down, or maybe they don't have
Okay,
the
okay.
seat cover available, right? So that's what I'm thinking. But no, they're standing on top
I
of
was-
the
I
toilet
was
seat with their
Talking
feet.
like this.
Yeah. And that's okay. So that makes sense. I'm like, well, how do they know? Nobody knows if I'm squatting. No, they know because the shoe print. Got it. What was the question? I forgot.
But wait,
But
about
you use the squat toilet.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I use.
squat
I
toilet.
mean,
You like
Japanese style toilet.
You tried
definitely-
twice.
Yeah, I've tried twice. So,
Twice.
so
I remember.
Just twice.
just twice. If my personal preference is to definitely I just want to use a regular seat. I would rather squat over a regular style toilet than Japanese style toilet. But I will use Japanese style toilet if there's no other options and I have to go like really bad. But number 2 over Japanese style, that sounds stressful. Like I just feel like I would be stressed out having to do number 2 in the Japanese style toilet.
But I don't think I will be able to do squat in a American style toilet because
it's
the
too
height.
high.
Yeah.
You guys are taller than American
Oh,
toilet
wait,
is
I see.
The
taller
legs
than
are
Japanese.
longer.
Yeah, I see. So it's almost like barely. Yeah.
I can't even
You
touch
seat
my
cover.
shoes at the floor when I go to States or on the base. It's like so
Mm.
You already stand.
Yeah. I
Not
see. I see what
squat,
you're saying.
like-
You can't squat because your squat is
You need to stand.
standing up. I see. So nanda.
and
The toilet in Ohio clean.
Are the toilets in Ohio
Depends.
clean? It's a toss. I think it's just all about the establishment. Like, think about, okay, in Okinawa, let's say we go to KFC or we go out to eat somewhere. I'm not going to have an expectation in America that a fast food restaurant toilet is going to be clean. Like, that's like, you really just want to go in your own house. I'm that type of person. Or next best thing, if I'm at my cousin's house or like a family member's house, that's when I can be myself in the bathroom. If I have to go to the bathroom, okay, convenience store, right? So our convenience store would be like a Speedway or a gas station. You don't really want to use the gas station toilet. So that's where I would rather squat at a Speedway gas station versus just being at family member's house. So to answer the question, just squat over the toilet seat. Don't
Cookies.
don't put your bare bottom on the toilet seat if it's not your house or family.
But I can't do squat whole time when I poop.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Poop is for home. Poop is for home.
You mean even in the Japanese style toilet, squat style?
Squat style might be better though. I don't
Yeah,
know. It
to
might be
poop.
better.
No, I thought you like it.
It just sounds crazy.
I thought I like it when I just pee. If it's poop, it's difficult for holding like this pose for like 10 minutes.
It's a lot of
That's
concentration.
But you know the American toilet in America
Mhm.
has like a paper rolling over
Yeah.
that's so genius, no?
Well, wait,
do,
hold
do,
on.
do
Yeah,
they have
yeah.
a name?
In America?
Yeah.
So I haven't had
It-
that experience.
Oh, it's a new?
I had the
This is new.
first
This actually
experience in
sounds
New
more
York.
Japanese than American. The kind that comes out. Every video I've seen, it's like, look at Japanese, look how clean it is. And then they show that. And I'm like, oh, I never have that in America. So really, so that's
We saw it in New York.
Yeah, at the
Oh.
airport,
was
I
like,
was
oh.
so impressed
I
by
haven't seen
the
that yet.
like,
the button, like,
and then the paper was like rolling.
Is
Oh
it
my!
clean every
this
time?
America changed.
but it's wasting the paper, I thought. like-
Deserve.
For per person, and then they
Yeah.
use all the way around, right?
Yeah,
It's gonna be like a lot of paper in a whole day.
but it deserve it.
Usually, so that's the thing. Usually, you can go places and it'll be like a whole piece of like round, thin paper that you can lay down on the toilet seat and then you can sit down. But again, a lot of places in America, I feel like most people would agree that even with that, even if I laid that down, unless like I really had to go like number two publicly, it's just a lot. Like, oh my God, I have to go. You would lay that down. Or you could just use toilet paper, like toilet paper, and just make your own seat cover.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
Yeah. But it's not preferred. I would prefer to not use the public restroom. But here, I will say they're cleaner. I think so. Even convenience store restrooms are fairly clean. Do I want to use it? Not really. But if I have to go really bad, I'll just go. And I'll squat.
So funny, but high school toilet doesn't have AC on, right?
Yeah, no.
Or
No
that
AC.
school has
Actually-
AC all the way.
So actually, my main school does not have AC, only in certain classrooms. Only in the classroom. But if you're just walking down the hallway, no AC.
My high school was that like too. But Chubu High School does have AC from the entrance?
No.
No?
When
Only
I was in
classroom?
Catholic school, yes, it's private school. They have money.
だからthat you mentioned like going to toilet in the summer, temperature won't be hard to out. Anyways, that's so funny that you tried the squat toilet.
I did. Yeah, and again, I will if I have to. But I think especially for American people, like to see it, it's like what, like, and then it's like at first I didn't know which way do I stand. Do I stand facing the flush or do I stand away? And then I had to get out of my head because I'm like, nobody is in here with you to tell you that you're not doing it right. So just go to the bathroom. But I stand the regular way that you would stand in front, because you don't face the toilet when you use the bathroom. You're turned around.
Oh, so you turn around.
It's supposed to
I was
be like.
trying to answer without answering.
How
I
do you
think I
flush?
You work both
And
ways,
then
right?
I think I
You
did
turn around and flush, right? After that.
Yeah.
So 待ってこれどっちが正しいとかあんの？
前向くでしょ、
前向く
普通に。
のがあれだよね。
Well,
You're
because-
supposed to face to the flush.
and that's what I figured. I don't like how.
It depends on where the toilet paper is.
Yeah. Okay.
あ、
So-
そうだね。
If it's like
But if it's
there.
flushing, when you flush the toilet, it depends. And every toilet is not made equally. Like, some toilets, it's very aggressive flush. It's like, phew. So in this case, Japanese style toilet, sometimes if the water is splashing up, I don't want it to hit my front. So I'd rather it hit my bottom than my front. I don't know.
Oh, do you
Using
like
it incorrectly.
Sorry to asking you so many details.
This is so funny. Like,
But-
it's fine.
Oh, do you like Japanese washlet? Washlet is English?
ビデとか like
Wash-
washing your
Oh yeah. bidet. So the only time I've actually, okay, so my apartment doesn't have a bidet, but the hotel that we stayed in for orientation did.
Did you try it?
I was scared. Like, I don't know. I was scared to try it because I'm one of those people, like, I'm thinking about, okay, the water is coming out of the jet, right? The water is coming out of the jet and it's touching you. But what if the jet is not clean? So then it's touching you.
I
right?
think
It's
about that
touching you.
too.
I don't know. That might be that's a whole nother level of overthinking. But I think I have used the bidet at least once. But there's not that many bidets. Maybe in my area, like, I haven't came across that many. I don't want to, but put it like this: it's the same thing as before. I don't want to use Family Mart bidet.
Me neither.
Like, I would rather use maybe fancy hotel bidet. I don't.
Or if you had
My own
if your
bidet?
apartment has it, then you're gonna try it.
Yeah. Do you use bidet often?
I don't do it.
I
But
used
my dad loves bidet.
a lot of old
Right?
oji-san.
Oji-san
What is up
loves
with that?
bidet.
Yeah.
What's up with uncles and dads? My dad is the same way though. Like, I feel like my dad would love a bidet. He just likes to be clean, like really, really clean.
But I used
He
to
would
love
probably love
bidet when I was in elementary school. Then I suddenly stopped.
I love bidet ski.
I like bidet when I'm on period.
Ooh,
そういう使い方な。
that'll probably make you actually feel clean. I will say, if I had access to a bidet during my cycle, like if I had my own bidet, I probably would utilize it because I hate. It's just not a good feeling. Like, I just, at this point, just get in the shower. But a bidet, that might give you that shower clean feeling.
そう言われたら使ってみようかと思った。もうなんか I haven't used bidet like for like almost 20 years. I don't know why.
But I like to
Yeah.
play music during the toilet time.
音姫。
音
You
姫
know
Nobody
音
hears you.
Yeah.
Sometimes it plays. So sometimes it just plays on its own. Like, I didn't ask for you to play music while I'm using it, but I get it now because you don't. I think it just goes back to shy culture. Like, I don't want to hear you hearing me pee. I don't want you to hear me hearing me poop. So play some music. But then that's also still a signifier that you're doing it.
Right.
Like, oh, you don't want me to hear you pee. Like,
Right.
I don't know. I
feel the
think
same.
of it that way. Like, obviously she's pooping.
I used
like,
to be like that, but like as I grow up and I just don't care what they think, but I just wanna, don't want them to hear it, what I do.
Mm.
Yeah,
So
keep
I'm all good.
playing.
I think we need that in America. I think we do need like a little. You don't need to hear what's going on in here.
Yeah.
Just play
But
my
like
song.
American people, sometimes they singing in the toilet. I can hear like people singing when they
And talk
do number
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
But yeah, Japanese people are more, checking what's going on. Like if somebody is there next to me, then maybe I should, keeping quiet and then putting out, if the bathroom doesn't have any equipment,
yeah.
like convenience tool, then I
Some people
start
flush.
caring
Keep
about.
flushing when they do pee or poop.
I didn't know. I didn't know, Tika. I should do that.
Yeah, I feel like
I do it
do
when I
that.
poop.
あ、そうなんだ。I would.
yeah. I
Thank
feel
you
like
for
I've
the
been next to people's stalls and they
recommendation.
did that. Like, just keep flushing. Anything to drown out what our bodies are naturally built to do. Like, you know what I was
We
like?
have to be
that's
relaxed.
what it boils down to. Like, we're just so embarrassed of doing the things that we have to do.
Yeah.
So, but it's
Wait.
funny.
I want. That was funny about the toilet
issue.
difference. How about food? Like you working at high school.
Mhm.
High school doesn't give you a 給食, like a high school
Right.
like meal.
Yeah, no
So
high
do you
school
have to
meal.
buy at school or do you make bento box or something?
So I'll typically just pack my own lunch. Like, sometimes it'll be from the dinner before, or if I go to the San A and just find like a quick little bento, I'll pack that up because that's another super convenient thing. Like, you can get a healthy bento from the San A, or you can get something that's not so healthy. Whatever, just throw it in your bag and go. But most students, they get like the soba truck will come. So you got like huge line of students, ready to get their soba, and then maybe like two other vendors that are selling bentos. But a lot of my students, they tend to pack. So they'll pack like the really cute, aesthetically pleasing Japanese lunches. And it'll be like salmon, rice, some vegetables. But I feel like I think most of my students pack. But I think some students, they're always telling me how hungry they are. Eddie Sensei, I'm so hungry. I'm like, where's your lunch? I didn't pack. I'm like, go get your bento. So they'll do like soba and they'll have their pack lunch. But yeah, the vendors will come and students they purchase their lunch that way.
There is like a few students, if I don't know if they do like this era, but I did like before the lunchtime, if I'm too hungry, then I will eat my bento, having the textbook in front of me, and then checking the teacher don't see me. We call it hayaben, like our earlier lunch.
I have seen some students, they'll just randomly have onigiri like in their hand, and they'll just be sat out, like, so maybe during English class they'll have that sat next to like their pen case or something. I'm like, oh, you're hungry. Like, yeah, like that. But I've never seen anybody bring a full lunch to class yet. I think they're good in that sense. They won't do that. But I've seen a little onigiri here and there, and it doesn't bother me. I'm like, oh, that's their breakfast, whatever. They can eat it whenever.
I did a couple times. I was too hungry. Or like I put my like a chocolate inside my, like, how do you say, this gap on my desk, right? And then
What do we call that?
yeah, keep eating.
I was using my phone under the table whole time.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
Whole time.
Or sleep. I was sleep.
We have some very sleepy students.
Yeah, I was
just
sleepy
let
whole
them
time.
be.
Do you say something towards them? Hey, wake up,
No.
or like don't eat it.
No, I don't tell them anything. If anything, I'll if it's a student that we have good relationship, I'll just pat them on their back and let them be. And that's also part of, I think, teaching culture too, because the Japanese teachers in the room with us, like we do team teaching, so it's I leave that up to their discrepancy. Like, hey, if they want to tell them to wake up, but I just let them sleep, especially if it is like a first period class where students are just like, they're tired. I get it. You don't want English today. Just go to sleep. It's fine. Yeah.
The school in the States start early and finish earlier, right?
I think it depends, because when I was in high school, I had to be at my bus stop by 6:50 a.m. to catch the bus. And then when we got to school, maybe 7:30, homeroom by 7:30. So this is high school. Maybe homeroom by 7:30, and then we were done by 3:15. But elementary school starts at 8 a.m. to, gosh, I forgot that fast. When did we get out of school?
But isn't it almost the same?
It's not. Yeah, I was gonna say it's not that far off. It's not that far off. I think it just depends. I think high school we had to be there a little bit earlier, but elementary, I'm pretty sure we were in school from like 8 to 3. I'm gonna say 8 to 3 elementary.
But you as high school student can drive a car, right, to school?
Yeah, if you have your license, I didn't have my license when I was in high school, but you can drive yourself to school. I was just taking the bus because I was scared to drive.
I thought that was so cool. Like when I was in high school, I had a program to go to Kadena High School, and then the same age students were driving to the school, and I thought it was so cool.
Also, they can drive the car on base. そうなんだ。
Wow, I didn't know that. Like military kids. So I wonder, can they drive off base?
If off base, then it's a Japanese law.
I was gonna say maybe it's different. But I
Well, they were
know
driving.
I know there's, not to get too far into it because I'm not military, but I know that there are certain like permissions that you can have. Like, so maybe you're not military, but you work for the military, and you can get like a special license to drive in Japan. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know if that's available to students or like military.
Or they were already 18 とかだった。
Oh yeah, maybe.
そうかも
That's interesting.
So I want to ask you about is there any thoughts on Japanese English teaching system? Like system? Do you have like those curriculum, like a program that you need to follow when you teaching English to them?
Yes. So from my experience, there's only one book that I teach from. There's like a Speak Up Now book that we use, and I believe that in their regular English class with just the Japanese teacher, they're going over their different lessons, and they kind of use that book as a reference. Like there's probably an expanded book that they use, but by the time they get to me, I'm like implementing those lessons into spoken word lessons. So what we'll do is we'll read dialogue together. I'll usually get like student volunteers, who wants to read with me. You can be this character, I'll be this character. We read the dialogue, we'll answer questions, and then kind of go into making up their own sentences. And like I'll give them an example, I'll read it to them, reread together. But the curriculum itself, I know that it's extensive, but these are elements of maybe high school ALT culture that it's like, okay, this is what we would like you to do, and we're gonna handle all this other stuff. And so I just let it be. I'm like, okay, if this is how this is supposed to go, or this is what is most normal, then we do it that way. And then usually, which I'm hoping to do it like as soon as we get back, we can do like specialty lessons. So anytime there's like an American holiday coming up or something that I feel is relevant to what we're doing in class, I'll just ask one of my JTs, hey, this holiday is coming up, or in America right now, students are maybe talking about this, or this is what we would do. Is there a way that I can incorporate this into the English lesson? And usually it is a yes. Like they love when I'm able to kind of bring something new to the material. But for the most part, I know that that's what my class uses. We use like this specific book, but every school is different. Like I don't know what other ALTs use at the different high schools, but we tend to use that one. And then we just go from there. I try to make things sound as natural as possible, but there are some instances where I'm like, ooh, like this sentence is not a natural English sentence. Maybe it's grammatically correct, but I know that I don't speak like this in the real world. And that's another thing too. Me being African American and teaching my students is special to me because there are just certain ways that growing up that I spoke that it's not perfect English, right? We have our own vernacular that we use from day to day that not all Americans use. So not only am I giving them like an American ALT experience, I'm giving them a Black African American experience. So there are just certain ways that I speak to them casually that is special and unique for me. And I like to teach them, like they teach me little slang words or like just little pop culture things. And so I want to share that with them too. And I'm hoping that I can find a way to put this in a lesson, but I want to cater like a Thanksgiving, like what my Thanksgiving meals look like. I want to get that catered for them to try. So no gratin. We're gonna do macaroni. No offense, gratin, but it's not baked macaroni and cheese. Like I want to find a way to do it. I don't know how I'm gonna do it because I have tons of students. So everybody just get Japanese sample size. So.
But you have to say loud that gratin and the mac and cheese is completely different.
It's completely different. it gives me the fix that I need, if that makes sense. Like it's your macaroni fix. It's the equivalent for everybody back home. It's the equivalent of like almost like Velveeta. Are you guys familiar with Velveeta?
Velveeta.
Velveeta is like instant macaroni. It's like
Oh.
macaroni you can get out of like a box, and then you squeeze the cheese. You boil the noodles and you squeeze the cheese and mix it up.
The blue box?
Yeah.
We
she
cook
knows
it
Velveeta.
before
Yeah.
at my house in Naha.
Huh?
箱に入ってるマッケンチーズのインスタントあるさ。
あ、混ぜお湯と混ぜるやつ。
Instant mac and cheese.
Yeah, instant mac and cheese. That's basically what gratin is, but it is good, and I've eaten it several times because I'm like, oh, I just want some baked macaroni. But I try to include different elements of my culture into the lessons too, so it's not just the same thing every day.
I think it's great you try to teach them like real, culture and slang and language and everything, because we've been studying English for a long time, but it's like we can never speak like native speakers. Like,
Well, your guys' English is great to me. It sounds amazing.
but we didn't follow the like high school curriculum, We studied by ourselves, like going abroad, talking to Americans, try to speak out on podcasts or something.
Yeah.
So it's like following the school programs. They can never speak fluently like American people. Like it's so difficult. Japanese English
learning.
program is not good, I think.
I'm learning that English is and that's so there's just like certain observations that I've made. So even like outside of the school, it's almost like, how can I say this? Like I remember learning letter sounds and just how to say words as a kid. So I don't know. I'm not an ALT that works municipal, so I'm not with the younger kids. I don't know what that looks like, but it seems like a lot of, by the time they get to high school, there are just certain sounds or phrases that don't sound as natural. And I don't know. I understand English is difficult. I'm learning as a native English speaker that English is very difficult for people who are not native speakers or people who are trying. So I'm always, giving my students grace, and for those that are very good at comprehending, because I have a ton of students where their comprehension is great. Like I can ask them something in English or just casual. I see my students a lot in public. I should probably mention that, whether I'm on the monorail or it'll just be some of the most randomest places too. I'm like, I can't escape you guys. And so they'll come, and they don't have a problem coming up to me. They usually always see me first, so I'm just like shocked. And then they'll just, sometimes they don't say anything. They're just kind of staring, smiling. They'll find me, and then they'll just kind of like, and I'm
Staring
like,
at you.
konnichiwa, like, daijoubu, are you okay? Like, do you need something? Do you need some help? And I think they're just happy and excited and maybe shocked to see me, but because maybe they don't see their other teachers that often. But it seems like there's some type of misstep with maybe just learning letter sounds, or I don't know, inflection too, because I think English speakers, we kind of go up and down. Like even in this conversation, I'm over here and I'm up there, like where that maybe Japanese language is not always, we're not always dancing around when we're speaking Japanese, but in English. And that can just be some people's personality too. There are people who speak English that they're not all over the place, or it's just a lot to take in. And I think regardless, if they study hard, they can get it. Like I've had a few students, test out. They're getting, I always say it wrong. Is it Ekin? I want to call it Ekin. Ekin?
Aiken?
Aiken.
Yeah.
Okay. Still got it wrong. Aiken. one student, I had worked with him for a few weeks, and he got the second level. So he's almost first level, right? So his English is very good, but he's still very apprehensive, like, or just kind of, I'm like, no, your English is so good. And even when he passed it, the way our office is set up, the room that I teach in is connected to our office space. So sometimes students will go in and they'll use it. And he poked his head out and he was like, "Oh, Eddie Sensei, I passed." And then he poked back in, and I'm like so excited for him, and he's just like, "I passed." I'm like, "You need to celebrate, yeah. Like we need to have a party. Like this is a huge accomplishment." But you know, I don't know if that answers the question.
No, that's the typical Japanese student, I think. They comprehend the things, but they are not,
they don't
being shy to speak up. I was like that too.
Like Japanese students are good at writing and reading.
Yeah, writing is
but
great.
Speaking is a weakness, I think, because they don't have more opportunities to speak. Like naturally with native speakers.
Yeah, and we'll typically have like little speaking tests in the classroom, but I think that for the most part, I try to make it fun, and there are certain words that are difficult. There are many Japanese words that are very difficult for me to say. So if they can get through it, they do their best. Hey, you get it, you get your stamp, you get your points. So I know I want them to just work on their shyness, because I tell them all the time, Eddie Sensei is shy. I'm shy too. Like, or I was a shy student. I wasn't always raising my hand or, putting myself out there. I'm like, it's okay. But it's funny seeing them be so shy in class, but then I know them outside of class if they're doing like sports or
they're not shy.
No, not at all. I'm
Japanese, right?
I'm like, oh my gosh, like I just saw you dancing. Like you or they're doing
they're just afraid of making mistake.
Yeah, I'm like, it's okay.
そうかも。
そうだと思う。They always think they need to be perfect.
Yeah.
It's very Japanese way.
Yeah.
Not only for, speaking English.
But they're excellent. Like I said, my students, they're angels.
I feel like
angels.
Japanese people don't say I can speak English perfectly until they get to certain levels. But foreigners, they say, I can speak Japanese, I can speak Spanish. Even
that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Whoa.
know.
So
Right,
it's like
there's so many different intricate ways to speak. There's just so many words in Japanese. Like one of the recent words that I learned, because I always hear it on the bus, I'm like, what does this word mean? Because nobody else uses it. De gozaimasu. Like it announces where you're going, and then it'll say de gozaimasu. And I just learned from a friend that it's basically des. Like you're like, but it's very, very formal. Like very, very formal way of saying it's or yeah. So I'm like, oh, I never hear this word. But again, and then the levels of politeness. It's just Americans. We don't have a clue of how humble you need to be to live here. You need to be a humble person. You think you're humble? No. No, you're not. not in language wise, because there's levels.
Yeah, that makes us confused for Japanese native speakers, the politeness. And then it would change. It depends on what position you take. Even
Yeah.
so, it's like, huh? どっちだったっけって
like
なるね。
especially Okinawan kids, I think they can't speak like polite Japanese compared to kids in mainland Japan, because our Japanese level is not as high as them. Like I had
Really?
difficulties when I work in Tokyo. Like they need to correct me,
Wow.
like because I'm doing a wedding planner
On
and
politeness or just Japanese in general?
I mean
I
the
think
way
politeness じゃん。
politeness is the same, but the language wise, like
No, but you can speak Japanese perfectly, like a mainland Japanese, but you can't change accent or you can't change the
まあ
politeness tone じゃないの？
とか the way I need to talk on the phone とかも、
あ
like it's like when I get call like お電話ありがとうございます何々の何々です I don't say that words like in ordinary life
Right.
so I had to learn all the the way I need to talk
So
in that
wait.
situation.
Got you.
It was difficult for me.
My best professional way, if somebody calls the office and they know, usually when they hear my voice, immediately they know whoever they were calling for is not there because the ALT is answering the phone. But if it's like early morning, moshi moshi, or how gozaimasu, moshi moshi, Erin sensei desu. And then, then they will ask for, again, another teacher. And usually if I'm lucky, then it can just be a smooth sentence and I can just say, oh, hi, ちょっと待ってお願いします. Like, wait a little bit, please. But if they're not there, then I gotta be like, ooh, いない class, or gym, or you're in the gym, or
really hard.
like, give me a second.
But how do you
yeah,
communicate
but if they're
with
there, then-
other teachers who don't speak English?
So that's the thing. I will say the teachers that I work with, a lot of them know a little English. So if I can kind of decipher certain words that they're saying that maybe I can't reciprocate, but I know that I know what they're asking me, but I can't say it back. We just kind of pick off of each other, but there's so many teachers. So I don't necessarily talk to all of them, but the teachers that are not English teachers, they will just say hello, or if it's like, I'll call it omiyage season, because if I know everybody just is coming back from vacation, so typically they'll pass out omiyage to everybody, and they'll give me a piece of omiyage, and I can understand. That's the thing. Like, I can understand some things because they're telling me where they got the omiyage from. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, arigatou gozaimasu, thank you. Like, and it'll just be very short and sweet. But there are there's one coworker in particular. She's not English teacher. Her English is perfect. I can't remember the subject that she teaches, so I'll talk to her. I gave her some omiyage from America, like a honey bun and maybe like a pop tart. I didn't know what to bring. And I was asking friends back home, like, what stuff should I bring back to my coworkers? Like, we have so many American snacks, but we have so many similar snacks here in Japan, I think. So I'm like, I don't want to bring them something that we basically have here that's just a different name. But I talked to her. We make it work. I don't know. Like, my very, very broken Japanese and their broken English, we can get things together. Yeah.
vibes.
And they're just very kind. I'm very, very blessed to. I think all of my schools that I've been to, I'm just super happy and blessed to be there.
Do you like the omiyage culture?
I love omiyage
Yeah.
culture. That's like something that I brag about to friends and family back home. Like, we really need this. And then when I think about like every job I've had, I can only think of maybe one time where somebody gifted me something from maybe when they went to Florida or they came back from somewhere, but it's not a common thing. And those kind of like workplace relationships are not common from my experience. I do know some people who are very tight-knit with their coworkers, and they probably do their own, type of exchange, but it's not common for me. And I don't really have a reason why. I just think sometimes in workplaces in America, there's a disconnect. Like, there's not this thought of, oh, I should bring some snacks back from my coworkers. Like, I just don't think that that's a thought sometimes. Like, I don't know, but I love it. I love omiyage culture. I will keep this forever.
そうなんだ。
だから recently the working style of teacher in general is getting issue like overworking.
Right.
right? So you've seen the, actual working teachers,
Mhm.
and how do you feel about it? Like,
Ooh, yeah. So, what I think part of it too, I don't know if it's like that for schools on like if it's super strict, because I have to remember Okinawa is so different from mainland. But I heard maybe on mainland, like salarymen, they can't leave the office until the boss leaves. So what I find is that a lot of teachers, and this is similar to America too, the old school that I was at in America, a lot of teachers, they will stay until 5, 6 o'clock doing their lessons. I do see some similarities with that. Many teachers, they'll stay. Some teachers, they leave at 5, or like they might stay a little bit over. But they do always seem very busy. So I think for me, I've adapted to figuring a lot of things out. Like, okay, is this a question that I really need to ask, so and so, or can I probably decipher it on my own? Because I don't want to bother them either. Like, I don't want to overwhelm them with more. But I will say most teachers that I know, they went on vacation. One of my favorite teachers, she's going to Italy. So I'm so excited for when she comes back because I know it's going to be good omiyage. And I've always wanted to go to Italy. So I'm excited for her. But yeah, I see it. But I will say that I think that they know take a break. They'll take their breaks. I think even this might be across school districts too, where there's like mandatory days that teachers have to take off. No matter what, you have to take these days off, get your rest. So I like that though. I like that now it's becoming mandatory. Like, hey, you need to use your PTO. Actually, like we don't want to burn you out. So maybe there's a shift happening with that, with people being burnt out. But I definitely see it.
so working as teacher in the States and in Japan,
Mm-hmm.
is there like differences, or did you have any difficulties?
No difficulties. I think some of the biggest difficulties I don't really find as an issue now because it's such a different environment. But a lot of times when you're working with younger children, there's behaviors. I don't think that that's unique to most educators in America. But here I haven't had a chance to work with that many elementary schools. I had a few that I got to work with when I was at the blind school, which was fun. Like I miss them so much. But I don't know. I feel like my transition wasn't that bad. Like it really wasn't much of a shock for me. Like it was fairly smooth. I can honestly say I really don't think. I think I was probably I think I was overworked at my old elementary school in America versus here. Because I was kind of like a multifaceted person at my old school. I was like a long-term substitute teacher. I was substituting, and then I was a tutor, and then sometimes I would get pulled out of tutoring to do another task. And so I'm just kind of doing every job, where that here, this is your job. You are the English ALT, this is your job. This is how we do things here, show you how to do it. You make your schedule. It's just kind of cut and dry, where that there my role just changed so much that I'm like, I'm losing my mind. So this was a good
So
shift
better.
for me to be here. Yeah,
Okay.
much better.
Do you have any passion besides teachers in Okinawa?
Yeah, so photography, I put the camera down for a second just because I really wanted to absorb like my time here. Like, in my big camera is so heavy. I'm like, I don't want to carry my camera everywhere, but I'm kind of getting back into my photos. But photography is a huge passion. I have so many photos that I haven't shared, and a lot of times I just take pictures on my phone too.
Did you start photography in the States?
I did. So I've been taking photos technically, like I was taking myself serious since 2017. So that's when I was like, okay, I want to actually try to make money and, you know, do senior photos. And then I've did maternity photos, graduation photos, events. I've done it all. I've been published before. That's probably one of my bigger achievements. I was telling you guys about Polaroid and Fujifilm. So I was able to use archive photo for Polaroid, and that was like my first kind of international well, how do I say that? Like my first international gig, I guess you could say. So that was a big deal for me, but I love photography is always there. I take pictures every day, whether it's on my phone or on my camera. I'm always taking pictures and trying to share Okinawa with friends and family back home too. So that's my way to kind of like, look, like you guys need to come here, like visit me. I know it's very far, but it's worth it.
I think everyone will be happy if you expand your area of the community.
Yeah,
your coworker will be happy too, I think.
So one thing that I do for my school, if I can remember to bring it, certain ceremonies we've had, like I had took some pictures for graduation, and I just shared it with staff. What else? If there's like sports events, like I'm really big on trying to share the photo. Like I want the kids to have it. Like because I never see professional photographers at these games. So I'm like, oh, when do they ever get to see themselves, in their sports? So I've did, photos for certain events at the school. Oh, when we have school festival, which is something we don't have. The closest thing I could think of school festival wise in America would be like a pep rally.
Pep rally?
Yeah, pep rally is something that we typically have right before a sporting event. So my high school, we had a few pep rallies. I feel like I experienced more in college where it's like we'll have a brass band. We call them jazzers at my university, Wilberforce University. Shout out to y'all. So what? Jazzers, brass band. Maybe some basketball players, or depending on what the sport is, like there's some type of presentation, and it usually happens in the gym. And like all the students come, so you'll sit in like the bleachers. I know Japanese style gyms don't have. Okay, that's another culture shock. No bleachers. We just have to stand at the top and watch the game. I'm like, I don't want to stand the whole time.
But cheerleader がないよね。あんまりない?
No.
Not a lot like cheerleading in Okinawa, but if you go to mainland,
there's
cheerleading for like football or I don't know, basketball.
So
well, when you're watching the sports you got in Japan, you have to go like second floor, right?
Yes,
what you meant.
But you have to stand, or you could. I mean, you could bring your own chair, but anyway. So the pep rally again, it's to get everybody hyped up and excited for the game. Sometimes, I mean, there might be some vendors selling like some hot dogs or pizza or something like that. But and then you could win like a T-shirt, like they'll throw T-shirts into the crowd, that sort of thing. And again, people are gonna hear this and they'll be like, "Well, Erin, a school festival is completely different." But that's like the closest thing that I can think of, because school festival is essentially like it's open to the community. There's food. I mean, you can play different games. Last year's school festival was so much fun. That was the first time I tried takoyaki. I didn't like it. I wish I
didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
I didn't like it. It was I thought it was going to taste like a meatball.
I
thought it was going to be more solid on the inside. I bit it. I was like, oh, it's mushy.
Mainly made of flour, so
the texture of takoyaki is very shocking to non-Japanese.
I don't like it.
I saw some YouTuber trying
it's fried or stirred or things.
But the inside is like half
kind of raw
melting, right?
Yeah, and so
so I watched.
What about okonomiyaki?
I do like okonomiyaki.
They are not.
I do like okonomiyaki.
How do you say? Doro.
It's like more cooked through. I do like that. I would prefer.
You like well done.
Just with that. just with that. Like everything else was fine. Yakitori, 10 out of 10. What else did I have? I had yakisoba, 10 out of 10.
What about Okinawa soba?
Okinawa soba, 10 out of 10. What's crazy, I had Okinawa soba before I had regular soba. And I was like, oh, like this is not even close. Like it's not, to me, it's like not, it's barely the same. And I don't think I like cold noodles either. Like I don't like cold noodles, but Okinawa soba I like it. And what did I try recently?
Do you like Okinawan food?
Yeah, I was gonna say Okinawa soba is good. Juicy.
Juicy.
Yeah.
Probably not saying correctly,
Yeah,
but
you're saying it right.
juicy is good. Juicy.
Yeah, but you don't
White
like Goya,
tempura?
right?
Well, Goya needs to be mixed in. It's it's like the vegetable mixture that they serve.
Champuru
Yeah,
style.
it needs to be mixed in with that.
Oh, yeah.
I can tolerate Goya, and
So you don't like Goya salad, right?
yeah, that sounds like it's just
Or
Goya.
itself.
Bitter.
If it's just Goya, no. I had a Goya juice like a couple weeks ago, or maybe not even a couple weeks ago. Like last week, it was just straight bitter. Like even just Joya, fresh squeezed Goya is bitter.
Goya juice.
Maybe it's good
I
for
don't.
you.
I don't like it. I like style champuru style or
Yeah, that's
pickle Goya is better. Like it has
pickle Goya.
to be like cooked with in certain way.
Yeah, I'll eat that. Sashimi's good. Sushi is definitely 10 out of 10. Like even if it's just cheap sushi, like I don't think sushi can be bad. I haven't had bad sushi yet.
Did you eat Japanese food in Ohio?
So in Ohio, the most Japanese food that I had access to, you could go to. It's so funny. It's called sake, but sake is like probably for a Japanese native. It's like, what is this? Like they cook it in front of you. It's like a hibachi style. They cook it in front of you. But most American people, when they go to places like sake, they typically will get like chicken fried rice, steak fried rice, and they'll have the veggies on the side. But there's a whole other menu where you can order sushi, you can order sashimi, but most people aren't ordering that. So to me, that's probably more
Japanese.
Yeah, that's more Japanese than what people actually go to sake for. And then they have the sake. I have to show you guys a video. They like the chef, they'll like squirt the sake in your mouth.
Huh?
Like from where you're sitting, and you just
From the
I'm
bottle?
I'm not gonna do
Is
it.
it?
Yes,
It's
from the
weird.
sake bottle. It's like a squeeze bottle, and they're like
That's
just
why
squeezing
they-
it
Wow, wild.
until you consume it all. I guess
Wow. The whole bottle?
not the whole bottle, but they'll just keep going until they feel like you've had enough. Yeah.
ハードだね。
So you see what I'm saying?
なんだ
It's
そりゃ
not. I haven't ran into any hibachi places since I've been here. I don't think that it's popular down here, but someone did tell me that maybe there are this particular style you might be able to find at certain places on mainland. I don't know.
Do you say
like a
habachi?
Yeah, that's what we're calling it in America.
Habachi?
Hibachi?
でしょフォーシーズンズみたいなやつでしょ
鉄板を先に見せるやつだよね
鉄板焼。
あれ、ハバチって言うんだ。
I don't know.
Oh,
We
I gotta
call it
search it.
鉄板焼き。鉄板 is 鉄板。
Still.
Like the steel, yeah, the
Still,
where they
で
do it?
焼き means like cooking.
Interesting. This might be. I'll have to Google. This might be a made-up word. I
Ohio.
don't know where we're getting hibachi from, and it's common in like other places in America too. So
ヒバチ
で
so
も、鉄
so
板
sake.
焼き sounds so literal. Maybe we have name かもね。
Oh.
ネームか知らんだけで。
Yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe it's like you said. Maybe it's just the name, but the style is it's that style. Like they cook it in front of you. But so that, and then there's a sushi chain called, what is it called?
Ohio?
Just in America, like so in Ohio, right? But these restaurants are, you can find them other places in America too. What is the
Sushi
place
chain
called?
place?
Yeah.
Is it from Japan?
No.
Oh no?
What is it called? I can't even think of it. It's like we used to get it all the time too. It'll come to me later. But you can order sushi. So it's like sushi takeout. So you can go, they'll make it in front of you. You can get like shrimp tempura, you can get a salmon roll. You guys probably familiar California roll, like American style Japanese
love
sushi
it.
rolls.
Sushi for
What is it
like
called?
American people most likely rolls or with tempura, right?
Yeah. And that's one thing that I tell people back home. Like, even when I would get sushi, when we would go to hibachi, we would go to Saki, and I would get sushi. Yeah. I would get sushi, but I would get like shrimp tempura. To me, tempura, I think some people are apprehensive about sushi because they think all sushi is raw. But you can get fried sushi. Like, just shrimp tempura, it's cooked. You know, you can eat shrimp. Like, to me, you can eat shrimp tempura. Like, if you can't eat a fried sushi, then I don't know. I think you're being a little too picky. I get if you don't want raw squid, like, or you don't want something raw, okay. But yeah, ebi tempura, that's like my favorite. That's my gateway sushi.
好きなんだ。
Tempura 美味しい。
Yeah, every sushi place has tempura だもんね。
Did you realize the tempura style in Okinawa and mainland different?
出た。
Yeah, so the coating?
Yeah, coating.
Yeah, so to me, okay, so whitefish tempura, right? Okinawa tempura, that type of fried, it reminds me of like beer battered.
Beer batter.
Yeah, like it reminds me of the way it looks. Man, it's hard to describe, but it looks like that to me. Like in America, we call it beer battered, but that coating looks familiar to me. Then the other coating is with the panko chips.
Panko chips.
Is that what it's called? It's maybe the other style of fried. I have to show you.
Oh,
a picture.
you talking about the Japanese fried style?
Yeah.
Panko chips.
Panko chips.
So, like you said, the two separate types of, what were we saying? The two separate types of tempura. And so Okinawa style tempura, the coating to me looks like beer battered fish or like
thick.
Yeah, it's liquid, right?
Yeah. It's like a corn dog. Are you talking about? No.
Not quite.
Oh, we
But
have
it's
to put the
closer.
picture on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to show you the picture.
We define.
But then what does the mainland style look like? Is it
It's more
like a delicate,
crispy,
okay.
crispy and like more
thinner.
The koromo, the coating is thin,
Oh.
and then in Okinawa it's thick, right?
I think once I have to see. I'm pretty sure I know what you mean though.
If you go to Wahute, you know the difference.
Okay.
Like Wahute has mainland style.
Wafute or like sushi roll, hamazushi.
Yeah,
like
I go to Hamasushi.
They do mainland style.
They do
tempura.
mainland style.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you went to like Okinawan friend's house, right?
Yeah.
And you tried a fish tempura.
Yeah.
But the coating
It
is
was
like thicker.
Yeah, so
Beer
that
butter.
type of
Butter.
that type of coating, it reminds me of beer battered coating. So this is a good segue to A&W because A&W is so popular here in Okinawa, but in Ohio usually A&W and this other restaurant called Long John Silver's is in one building. So growing up, I never wanted A&W. I always wanted Long John Silver's because that's the seafood. And that type of batter, Okinawa style battered, is I think closer to what they do, the beer battered. That's what that looks like. I'll show you guys a picture. Where that A&W, I never wanted A&W. So when I came here, I've ate more A&W in Okinawa than I have in America. And when I tell people back home, I'm like, you'll never guess what is so famous in Okinawa that we have that we barely eat. And they're like, what, KFC? Like, they're just saying stuff like that. I'm like, no, A&W. And they're looking at me like, really? I'm like, yes. Like, A&W is everywhere. I didn't even know A&W mascot was a bear. Like, that's how much I didn't pay attention to it. I'm like, oh, it's a bear? Like, what is this?
I think A&W is famous in Okinawa because
Military.
like no A&W in mainland Japan,
Right.
right? It's only in Okinawan thing, so we like brand A&W as in special,
Yes.
fast
They
food.
have root beer.
Yeah, root beer.
And Okinawan people like root beer, but mainland doesn't?
No.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Dr. Pepper じゃん。
Dr. Pepper.
ドクターペッパーも
あんまし。
好き嫌い分かれん。
うん。
People who likes Dr. Pepper will love
うん。
root beer, but a lot of people don't like it. Tastes
Mm.
like medicine. They say, but I love
I've
it.
heard that. There's Americans. Some Americans don't like root beer either. Like, or they like my mom growing up. She didn't like A&W style root beer, but there's another brand called Barks. Barks root beer is the kind that she likes to drink. But it's like a hit or miss with some Americans too.
そうなんだ。
ルートビアってそんな種類あるんだね。
Or like root beer float. My grandmother, she used to make root beer float. Now that
Oh.
I'll never
The
turn
ice
down a
cream?
root beer float. Yeah, vanilla ice cream, perfect.
But like A&W, McDonald's, KFC, the menu is different from the States, right?
Yes. I want to put a petition. We need the ebi shrimp fillet at McDonald's. We need it. The fish fillet, a lot of people they don't like McDonald's fish fillet.
エ
in
ビフィレオ
America.
バーガーのことかな。
But we need
Fish,
that. I don't. There's
fish.
yeah.
Well, wait. You talking about fish
fish
or
burger.
ebi?
I'm talking about the ebi, the shrimp.
Ebi.
The shrimp one. Yeah. We don't have that. We need that. If we don't get anything else from Japanese McDonald's menu, we need the ebi fillet.
Oh, you have fish burger in the States?
Yeah, we have
Only
the
ebi.
Filet-O-Fish. Yeah. But
Is
we
that
don't have
the
ebi.
bun same? Like steam bun?
Yeah. It's the same. Yeah, I think.
What about the
'cause That's what
portion?
makes it so good.
Yeah.
Portion は
The portion, I think it's the same. I think, kid size cups, I think might be smaller. I don't know. But I think for the most part, the portion size is the same. Yeah.
Do you like Moss burger?
Moe's. So I had Moe's probably 3 times since I've been here. I don't like the fries. The fries are like meh. Like there's no special seasoning. The burgers are pretty good. Moe's is good. Moe's is pretty good. And I've had, oh my gosh, I have to think about all the places I've eaten. I love Hama Sushi. I've been there a trillion times. Never go on the weekend though because it's packed. You know coffee time?
I love coffee time. At
I
Sanye,
love
right?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, coffee
家に入ってるやつ。
time.
I love coffee
My
time.
mom's love.
That's my place, man. I can
Yeah.
eat coffee time. Well, I probably
love
eat at
coffee
coffee
time.
time at least
パ
once
ス
a
タ美味
week.
しいよね。
美味しい。
うん。
あとウインナーコーヒ
The pasta is pretty good. I like the Doria. The,
うん。
Yeah.
we don't really have
Rice.
this. Yeah,
Right.
it's like the rice, but with you'll never really find that in the States. Like it's like like savory rice, but
ドリア
like
ないんだ。
yeah, it's like
Rice だからか
pasta.
な。
I don't know how to describe it. Like think of your rice is like the pasta.
グラタン、
Yeah, the gratin is
Rice
good.
rice,
I
rice
like
gratin.
their gratin is good. Coffee time is good. Whenever I tell people about coffee time, like other ALTs, they haven't necessarily eaten there yet. I'm like, you haven't ate at coffee time? Like, change your life.
Crazy. But I'm so happy that you like coffee time. I
Yeah,
don't know why, but I like coffee time.
coffee time is
You
good.
love coffee time and we can be friends.
Yeah.
みたいな
Yeah, coffee time. I like the pizza place, Marino's.
I love Marino.
Marino's is
食べ
good.
るの決まって
It
るけ
can
ど
be
ね。
it
サ
can
イエー
be
やし全部。
expensive
You love
depending on what
Saie.
you get. I love San Egg, right? I think that's what it really.
Everything is inside.
I live.
You should go to 和風亭。
No, listen. I go to San A. Well,
I think
okay.
She went to 和風亭じゃん。
I
もう
live near a San A, so like it's really almost the equivalent. Where we're at,
Everyone
The
lives
San
near
A?
サイエー。
but my San A is huge too.
Yeah, あれでしょ、あれでしょ。
Your
I know where that is. But
So-
did you you went to 和風亭then? Japanese restaurant in Sanye.
Well,
Not yet?
I don't think I think I know what you're talking about.
You
I
love
haven't.
it.
I haven't been to. I need to get a San A logo T-shirt. Like I love the San A because it's so convenient. Like I don't have some foreigners, they live like down the street from like a Family Mart, down the street from Lawson 7-Eleven. I live down the street from San A, and yeah, it's like you go in there. We got 31 or Baskin Robin. I learned Japanese people call Baskin Robin 31.
Yeah,
We don't really have 30 or 31. Baskin Robbins not that popular where I'm from, but we have like local ice cream place called Young's Dairy or Dairy Queen, which Okinawa used to have Dairy Queen way back in the day.
I didn't know that.
Mainland has Dairy Queen. Oh,
They
maybe
still have
maybe
it.
I don't know. But
Wow.
Okinawa never has a Dairy Queen. I
My
think.
my old I think it was very short and quick. My one of my old Japanese teachers that I worked with at the blind school, he's maybe, I don't want to put him super old, but he's in his 60s. He said when he was a little boy, it was just for a little short amount of time, Okinawa had Dairy Queen. But it didn't last because then, of course, we end up getting Blue Seal. But he said just for a little bit, so it might not be
know that.
It might not be common knowledge. But when he brought it up to me, I was like, "How do you know about Dairy Queen?" But anyway, I lost my train of thought. We're talking about San A. Oh yeah, the San A. So all San A's have the same things: the Coffee Time, Baskin Robbins. What else do I have? A&W. Oh, Joyful, Mini Joyful.
Joyful. Yeah.
Joyful. We have Joyful Mini. So I guess maybe small.
Master of Science.
Yeah, takoyaki place. Meh. What else? And like a couple other places. Oh, so every San A is the same.
But yeah,
I love San A.
Coffee Time Marino Wafute is owned by Sanye.
Oh.
But the takoyaki or the Joyful is mainland company.
Okay.
So that's why, when you say Coffee Time, it's click like it's Sanye's.
Oh yeah.
Sanye brand.
And that's the thing. I've never seen Coffee Time by itself. It's just in San A's.
Yeah.
It's not by itself. Oh, and we have Rose Garden too.
Rose Garden.
Mm-hmm. Well, not in the San A,
States?
but it's next. Oh, no.
Garden.
In Okinawa, just near where I live. But Rose Garden, we have similar restaurants that maybe Rose Garden is getting ideas from. Like, it's pretty good. I like the breakfast. It's like American.
I thought Rose Garden. I thought it's only in Okinawa City. と思ってた。
We have.
あるんだ。
No, the owner is different. I know the story that the original owner started the Rose Garden at the Kitanaka-Gusku.
Yeah, have you been to the
Close to Raikam.
the main
One of my coworkers lives near. She was the one that told me about it because I was telling her the Rose Garden that I live by, it used to be a Lawson. And then the Lawson closed down. I'm like, oh, no more Lawson. But then they built a restaurant. I'm like, oh, perfect. So I haven't been to the original yet, but.
Oh, I think the menu is different.
Yeah, you should go to the original one.
They got it, the original
We
one.
gotta go.
Let's
There
go.
is only one.
I
original
love
one.
Rose Garden.
I love Rose Garden too. It's pretty good.
I love Rose Garden and Sam's.
Sam's
Sam's. What's Sam's?
Steakhouse.
Steakhouse.
Oh.
But it's like a more Hawaiian atmosphere.
Okay.
You can go to Hawaii.
Okay.
Okinawa.
Right. There's definitely a lot of and there's many. I don't know if I'm saying acai. There's a lot of acai bowl places too in Okinawa. I don't know if acai is Hawaiian. I don't know.
Acai itself is made in
the-
Brazil, but acai bowl is made popular in Hawaii.
Okay. I'm like, there has to be some type of. I want to tie everything to Hawaii. But yeah, there's a lot of like places like that, or I don't know. I've tried a few places in American Village. I don't frequent there that often, but it's decent. There's like a lot of maybe American style restaurants. There's a Philly cheesesteak, random Philly cheesesteak place. It was okay.
It's hard to find. I should stop, but it's hard to find a good sandwich place in Japan.
It is like so. Oh no! I'm actually there's a really good sandwich place. It's called 5-Star Deli.
I know.
Of course, you know. I'm telling locals about the local stuff.
No, but not a lot of people into sandwich.
Not only is 5-Star Deli, so the owner, the first time I went, I had some Jet friends come down from mainland to visit because they want to have like their Okinawa experience. And so we were gonna go to a bagel place that's always sold out. Like we never make it on time. We ended up not making it on. Well, we made it on time, but they sold out. And so one of us had Googled like, what's the next best thing? We found 5-Star Deli. The sandwiches are amazing. Like I think I need to go to 5-Star Deli today. Now
Coffee time.
Keep thinking about it. Right. No, that's a hard one though. Coffee time. 5-Star Deli. I don't know. Those are really good. Like Americans and people know too. Like it is hard to find a good deli sandwich.
Yeah.
But 5-Star Deli. Shout out to 5-Star Deli. If y'all listen to this, give me a discount. I'm just kidding. One of the guys that I don't know if he's the owner. I think he's the owner. Yeah, he was actually an ALT, so he was on the JET program. And I think that's another beautiful. Just side note, that's another beautiful part of being in this program is that you really don't know who you're going to meet, and his story is really unique because he was like an interpreter position when he was here. So you could be an ALT like me, where you don't necessarily need to know Japanese for the job, but his position, you do need to be N1. So he was N1, fluent Japanese. He did JET. He wasn't even a JET in Okinawa either. He was somewhere on mainland, and he's just kind of like telling his story. And then eventually he came down here and he opened up 5-Star Deli. And I was just like, yeah, this is probably the only place that I can find like deli sandwiches that remind me of home, or just remind me of just American style sandwiches like Subway Japan. You know, it's okay, but I can't get a spicy Italian sandwich at a Japanese Subway. So
it's not sandwich.
it's like the last time I was there, you can get a what? You can get a BLT, okay, but I don't ever ask for extra meat because I'm scared they're gonna tell me no. But I think it's gonna be like, that's another thing. You get used to just ordering things the way they are, because 9 times out of 10, they're not doing all that American stuff. Like, eat the sandwich the way we made it. And so it's okay, but yeah, gotta go there. And coffee time. Those are like my favorite.
So
favorite
Delhi
places.
itself is like everywhere in the States.
デリーはそうじゃん。
もうデリだらけ?
Delhi is kind of like convenience store in States,
yeah,
right?
So in some places, again, Springfield is so different because it's the Midwest. So I probably should have mentioned this earlier. We don't have convenience stores in the way that Japan has it, and we don't have it in the way that places like New York City or like Chicago, like those types of places, we don't have a corner store that you can just go into and get little bit of groceries. Like, we don't have that either. The closest thing we have what's called drive-throughs. So in the Midwest, you just drive your car. It's like you drive your car through convenience store almost. But people get like cigarettes, alcohol, chips, like that type of thing. So it's hard to find. You have to actually go to a storefront to get a deli sandwich in Ohio. Like, you're not gonna get it at a convenience store. But when, like you said, places like New York specifically, yeah, you can go to a bodega or a corner store, and yeah, they have the full spread. You know, what do you want? Do you want a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel? Like that sort of thing. But we don't. Midwest is very unique. It's its own situation, and it's so hard for me to describe it to people who aren't from America, because it's hard to describe. Like, I don't know. The Midwest is just different. You need a car. If you're gonna live in most parts of the Midwest. Maybe if you live in Chicago, you could probably take the bus or take like public transit, but you need a car. Maybe Springfield is a little bit Inaka. There's countryside, like cornfields and things like that.
I love countryside.
Yeah.
Oh, you would love,
because it's
love
different.
Ohio.
Yeah.
It's different. It can, for most of us though, it's very boring, like riding past. I mean, I used to love to take rides as a kid down, the countryside, but I'm also from a very city-like urbanized area too. So, it's houses next to each other, like American style houses, front yard, backyard, that sort of thing. And you definitely want to have a car. Like, you can't, the way I can just walk to San A or walk like certain places, walk to coffee time. You can't really do that in, where I live. It's not, and you kind of don't want to. Like, recently we've had a lot of really bad stray dog instances where dogs are like attacking people. And my mom told me apparently there's like a black bear on the loose. Like, there's some bears just in the neighborhood.
Black bear?
Yeah, like a bear, like.
犬かと思った最初。すごい。
Yeah.
Scary.
Yes, right? Scary. That's why I'm like, my time here is limited. I need to get back to Okinawa so I can.
いいね。But we gotta go to Ohio then, in
うん
Springfield.
うん、行きたい。
Yes, we can go to Ohio. We can get an Our Hero sub. Get you guys some Grippos chips. I think you guys would like Grippos. Grippos are good. They're a little spicy. Oh, Casano's pizza. That's another thing. There's so much omiyage I can't bring here because it's just
Hot.
it's just food place. Yeah, it's hot food. But Our Hero sub, Casano's is I think
の
originally from Dayton. It's pizza.
うん、
But it's definitely different. It's not New York style. It's its own type of pizza. What else do we have? I'm missing something. Oh, Schuler's Bakery. So that's a Springfield thing too. Springfield has like a big donut shop called Schuler's Bakery.
うん
What else? Yeah, and just other local places. Definitely some really good spots that I think you guys would like. So
Sounds delicious.
yeah.
じゃあ、オハイオ行こう。私
行き
みんな、
たい。
オハイオ行こ
コーンフィールドとか行きたい。
う。Yeah. We love that you love being in Okinawa and love Sanye.
うん
Yeah. I'm
Feel more familiar.
telling you, they probably got me on the security camera at the center I
there's
live
Erin.
by. Yes, literally, my backpack and everything. They're like, there she goes again, popping shower from Baskin Robbins again.
So, はい、Thank you again.
Thank you for coming.
ありがとうございます。
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. That was great.
Great. So fun. We can't stop talking about Sanye.
That is so funny. And you know, San A is just here.